Welcome to KimCast Art, everyone. We are testing out the Chromebook tonight, and we're actually using a hotspot on the phone just to see if it does any better. So leave me your comments. I'd appreciate it. Let me know if it's working any better for everyone. I'd really like to know. Give me some kind of an idea on if this does a better job or not. Guess we'll find out when some people get in here and they can let me know in person. That'll help a lot. I would imagine Ken will be in. I would imagine. Of course, I'm using the Chromebook microphone. Of course, you can see my actual setup behind me. Well, some of it. Maybe not quite all of it, but some of it. Moving some of this other stuff out of the way. Of course, I run dual monitors back there and a lot bigger computer. Just need some really good internet, and it wouldn't be a problem. Let's see what we're getting here. Better try that again. I had ads on there. About a 5-second lag. Not too bad. I'm sure the speed should be a lot better. We should be able to get a lot better video tonight, hopefully. Um, I've got a browser up myself looking at it at, well, it's at 240. Let's see if I can bring it up to 720p. Looks like I can. I'm not sure if it's going to lag or not, or buffer. We'll find out in a minute. But doesn't look too awful bad. Looks better than it did before, that's for sure. A little bit of a blurriness to it here and there. That's at 720p. Got a little bit of a lag. I'm going to bring it down to 480. And that'll probably work a little better. Hey Ken, how you doing, buddy? I'm experimenting tonight. My daughter Jennifer bought me a Chromebook. So I decided to try to hotspot it to the phone, which has a lot better connection, and see if it made any difference. Can you see any difference in the connection tonight? It look clearer, less buffering, not fuzzy or anything like that? Of course, I'm using the mic from the Chromebook, so it's a different sound. I have no idea how many blocks are in a mile. Depends on the size of the block, I guess. Good. Well, that looks good. Of course, I don't know if I can do this with the phone all the time, because I'm sure it's not an unlimited hotspot. I thought I'd give it a try and see how it looked. It's also a way I can upload videos faster when I do another video. That'll help a lot. 10 to 12 blocks, huh? How about that? It was nice having Brad on last night, and Ken, and Minnie, and EST. We had, at least we had more people on last night. That was nice for a change. I'm sure you can probably hear my AC in the background. I can't hear it. But I'm not letting my sound on. I got the browser up, but I don't hear the sound. You turn it on, but I can see if I can hear it. probably hear my AC in the background. I can't hear it. 'Cause I'm not letting my sound on. I got the browser up, but I don't hear the sound. I keep turning it on because I just can't hear it. I probably hear my AC in the background. Yeah, I can't really hear it myself, even when I pull up the browser and listen for it. Excuse me. I didn't text anybody tonight to have them come on. We'll see if anybody shows up or not. I don't have my comfy chair tonight either, so we'll rough it a little bit. What the heck? You can see my desk in the background. That's my normal broadcasting over here. You can see the microphone and all that stuff and dual monitors. And yeah, this is the studio office combination. That side over there is the office, and the studio is over on this side. There's not much to it. I mean, there's a lot in here for the amount of space. It's only 12 by 10, barely. There's a lot of stuff in here for that amount of space. But got my coffee tonight. Got me a snack. I tested this out earlier a couple of different times. I thought about putting my other camera up. My better one is over there still, which would do actually 4K, but or at least 1080p. I think I'll do 4K, but I was going to try that one and see, but I think that'd be just a little bit too much even for the hotspot to handle. I used to do 1080p at the group home where I was before with no problem. I think there was once or twice when we had a little bit of a lag issue. I dropped it down to 720, I think. Oh, I don't mind. That doesn't bother me. You can tell her. You can even tell my wife. They don't care. Just for that, I'm going to eat it now. Aha! I'll get rid of the evidence in case Jennifer does come on. I got a feeling she might come on. Because she got a Chromebook too, so I got a feeling she might be trying it. I need to cut down these snacks. I think I'm gaining weight again. I was losing weight. I think I'm now gaining it. Too many cupcakes. I get hungry, I'm in a hurry, and I grab a cupcake. In fact, today was rare. I ate twice today. I made corned beef hash and eggs for my wife and my breakfast and me this morning. More like a brunch. And then she made cheeseburgers for dinner, chips and all that stuff. Well, I guess you're not interested in any of my paintings for sale, huh? I can't even give them away. See? Yeah, it was fun. That's why I kept it going for another half an hour. And AST even wanted to get on the mic too, and that was just a little bit too much. And I just, too many people on at one time. Brad and I were talking over each other as it was. I was trying not to talk over him, but because of the lag, it ended up happening. I was just glad to get him to come on. He never even answered me. I texted him and said, I'll be on live tonight. Come and check us out. Normally he answers me, but he didn't. He just showed up instead, which is fine. That's great. As long as he comes, you don't have to answer my text, whatever. I know he's a busy guy. You can't put paintings in an art museum unless you're already famous. You have to wait till I'm dead and I'm famous. Then they can put me in a museum. Recon, what's it doing, buddy? I am testing a Chromebook tonight. My daughter Jennifer bought me this Chromebook for my birthday, Father's Day present. It was an inexpensive one. It wasn't real expensive. And she got me a little mouse and a multi-hub thing here. And so I thought I would try to hotspot the phone, which usually has some really good connection, internet connection, and see if that made a difference. I'm only getting 2 bars though, so it's probably not that great. But it's probably still better than my internet was. Wouldn't surprise me. There we go, 3 bars. I just gotta hold it up in the air, that's all. Then I'll get 3 bars. That's a heck of a note. We scratching any tickets tonight there, Recon? As you probably already heard, I was telling Ken it was nice to have some people on last night. Even if it was only 5 or 6 people, it's still nice to have some people on. Scratch that itch. Scratch the itch. Win some money. Hit a jackpot. We could get on a bar out of this thing. I'd probably get even better connection. When you get done scratching the Recon, let me know if this is looking better and sounding any better. Sound probably don't because I'm not using my good microphone, but let me know if at least if the picture quality is better, which it should be, but let me know. I'm monitoring it myself. Yeah, Ken, this was quite the operation here, trying to set this little studio up. I envisioned where I was going to put everything. Luckily, I had a pretty good idea how it was going to work out. and make everything fit. If it wasn't for this giant shelf I've got here, I'd be in trouble. I'll have to see if I can show it to you. Since everybody's just recon scratching, I can look at things around. Look at this shelf right here. It's huge. Huge shelf all the way down to the floor. I even got my guitars here. My big giant filing cabinet. And we got the green screen right there. It's all pushed away. I'm not using the green screen tonight. My printer over there. My other desk is over here. Oh, here we go. With the other monitors. I keep pushing the camera the wrong way. All right, dummy. And there's the exit door there. And that's basically all there is to the studio. Well, it wasn't me or Ken, I can tell you that much. We didn't win nothing. Okay, come on, get over there where it belongs. Yeah, it's not, so it's not buffering, obviously, or nothing like that, I'm assuming. Get that back a little bit up. I know the mic's probably not sounding as good as the other one does, but that's the main thing is I'm just testing this out to see how it works. So that on the occasion where I definitely can't get on, if the phone's working, hopefully, I may be able to. Now, the next day or two is going to be pretty rough because we get that storm coming, the hurricane's coming up, and it's going to come right over the top of us, most likely. So, but I expect it's going to be a tropical storm by then. So, I doubt very seriously I'll have any internet at all for a couple of days, most likely. At all. You know, unless I happen to have it on the phone, then I may try to get on, but I don't know. It depends on how bad it is. If the weather's real bad, I won't even be in the studio. This place is liable to blow away. It's just a tin shed, basically. It's a little heavier than a tin shed because it's got the floors and this other weight in here too. But, you know, a hurricane would definitely send us to the next town over. And that's all I need. Something like that to happen. You know, still can't get rid of the glare. I don't know if it's the light here or what it is. I'm going to change the light. So I got different lighting here I can change. See? Make it blue, whatever color I want. That color. I can dim the lighting down. Or I can brighten it. Like so. Probably don't need to be that bright. Oops, that's off and on. No light. With light. Bring it down a little bit. It's not too bad. Yep. I started at 10:30. The notification went out at 10 o'clock. Was it 10:35? For some reason, my computer registers about 5 minutes slower than yours. I don't know why. It should be all the same time on the internet. But I checked and make sure because this thing is sort of automatic. When the schedule comes up, it hits down to 0. It basically just about launches itself. I have to confirm it. That's all. But so I'm sitting right here normally, but there seems to be a time difference, even from this here, and I even set my clock to the computer time before, and it's already off already. It's 11:42. And my computer says 10:54. No, that's 10:50. That's 10:53 or something like that. It always seems to be a little bit of a difference in time. I don't know why, but there is. That's why sometimes I'll actually start a couple minutes early because of it. Oh, so your time is 10. It's 9:30, Ken. So my stream ends at 10:30 for you normally, unless we happen to go later. I don't know why. I sent one out. I got it on my own. I check it on my own every time. I check it on my own name, my wife's name, and it shows the notification. I think it just don't like you. Yeah, evidently it wanted you to share some Taco Bell with the people at YouTube, and you didn't, so they made your time wrong. That's the only explanation I have for you. My green screen, I wanted to use the green screen tonight, but it's too close. I mean, the green screen literally comes down right on my back here, right here. So it's hard for me to use the green screen on this side of the room. Terrible. But my other camera, it might work okay. I don't know. I'm using a little Logitech one, the first one I bought. It's a good little camera, but it's only got up to 720p. My other one will do 1080p. I think it'll even do 4K if I have a good enough connection. Well, you never get a connection, Ken. YouTube isn't like you either. That's the only thing I can think of. They must not like you. They're not giving. Do you get notifications from anybody, Ken, at all, or is it just me? It's probably just me, right? Blame it on Recon. That's what I do. You don't get one from nobody. Well, you must not have your bell set right. You may think you do, but you must not. You've got to have it set for all notifications, and evidently you must not. You must be setting it for no notices somehow or other. You may have to go into your actual settings and check them. No, Recon. I know I'm getting them because I pull up my other accounts and my wife's account, which my wife is not tied into my account at all, at all. So I pull up her account and I click the notifications. Or in fact, it'll automatically do a notify when I log on to her account. It'll say I get the notification. That's how I check. That's how I know they're going out. I think you two ganged up on YouTube, the executives at YouTube, and they just said, we're not going to help you guys. That's all I can think of. That's why, in fact, because of that, they're making it so my user count's always wrong. It says one now, and there's really three. What'd you guys do to them anyway? Did you not give them a beer or something when they asked for one, or what's the deal? I'm thinking they asked Recon for some Taco Bell, and they asked Ken for the beer, and neither one of you wanted to share. That's all I can think of. That's got to be it. Well, I know it says it's 10:30, but and it said 10:35. I just explained the time difference because my clock is different than yours for some reason on your computer. Don't ask me why. It's puzzled me for a long time because last I knew, the internet, excuse me, it should be synchronizing all the times. Exactly. But I don't think they are. There seems to be some glitches in the time. Well, at least have the decency to win some money. Right, Ken? He needs to at least have the decency to have a winner. He's going to ignore you and I, Ken, just so he can lose on a ticket. At least win on a ticket. At least win. It was good to see Brad last night. And then Minnie comes in. Now I see Minnie's probably watching this on the review. Minnie, now I see how it is. You've been ignoring us lately, but Brad comes in. Lo and behold, Minnie shows up. Isn't that something? Don't you guys agree? It took Brad coming in here to get Minnie in here and chat with us. Oh my God! Ah, nailed me. Ah, nice one. Nice, Minnie. Nice. Thank you, YouTube, for showing one person here, and there's actually four. That's hilarious. Ah, that's good. How are you tonight, Minnie? uh, man, she got me good on that one. I was so much looking forward to getting a comment tonight. I thought sure I would, or at least get one in the morning. uh, yeah, we love you too. We miss you when you're not here, so we've got to at least egg you on a little bit. I was, I thought Brad might show up last night because he doesn't always show up when I ask him to. But if you've been here, you've already heard me say, I texted him, he never answered me, and he just showed up. And then you showed up. I don't know if you were here, but when he got here and just didn't say anything until he got here, or what. But I was thinking you showed up afterwards. Yeah, Ken, Recon. It's getting so like the Three Stooges in here. Mo, Larry, and Curly. Taking a break. Well, that's good. That's good. I did do a painting. I finished it yesterday, but I didn't do it online. I didn't record it because my wife's birthday is on the 6th, and I wanted to paint a picture of my son that passed away. That you all are familiar with that. And yeah, EST show up too, yeah. And I knew it was going to be painful for me to paint it because it was just very emotional. I was in tears several times, and I really didn't want to be on camera having those emotions, so I didn't record it. I really did want to record it though because of his kids, but I just knew I couldn't do it. So anyway, it took me 2 days to do the painting for my wife. I already gave it to her for her birthday, and it brought some tears to her eyes too, but it came out really well. So at least I did do a painting. I just didn't do it up for a video. I wanted to put it up, but I didn't record it. I could have cut some of the parts out like that, I suppose, but usually it probably wouldn't have made much sense if I did that. So does the video look better to you, Minnie, also, or I guess if you've been here the whole time, I guess you better tell me if you've been here the whole time or not, because I don't want to keep repeating myself if you've been here the whole time since it started. Yeah. Well, I'm just using a hotspot with my Jenny bought me a Chromebook for my birthday and Father's Day, and so it's a little cheap one, but I figured, heck, I'm gonna try to hotspot it because the hotspot definitely got a better connection to the internet. So I thought I'd just try it. I know I can't do it every day on a hotspot because it's only like 10 gigabytes a month, and that's probably not enough. But I figured once in a while, when the internet was really bad, I could at least jump on that way. And I'm using the cheapest camera I got, really. Well, actually, the Chromebook camera here is even cheaper. Believe me, it's nothing to write home about. So that's why I had to put my little Logitech up. That's good. Yeah, I pulled up my wife's account and watched it some, just to make sure, and I wasn't having a problem with it. So, and that was on my crappy internet. So I knew if my crappy internet was working fair, that y'all's was a lot better. Y'all. That's Southern lingo. Y'all. A Yankee trying to talk like a rebel. Actually, my wife says I don't have an accent really because it's all mixed up. I've got the New England accent, the Southern accent, and the West Coast California accent, all intermingled. I tend to stumble over words sometimes because my brain don't know which one to use. But it's the California one, the New England one, or the Southern one. So it just throws me into a little chaos, and I just spatter out something. So if you hear words that you've never heard before, it's something I made up. Recon, are you not done with that ticket yet? Don't tell Recon I said this, but I can scratch 5 tickets in the time it takes him to do one. Shh. My wife is correct. That is absolutely. See, I almost did it again. Absolutely correct. I have to really think about the words sometimes. Sometimes she'll look at me and go cross-eyed, and then she'll go, "You got a screw loose or something." Michael, I bought you a screwdriver. Tighten me up. Well, that leaves you out because you're 30 miles away. So obviously, you don't have an all-American accent either. Just saying. And evidently, you don't have a winner on that crossword either, because you're still here and you're not jumping up and down or rushing to your vehicle to drive to the lottery office that's probably 200 miles away. Florida's like that. I don't know if it is in y'all states. Y'all, forget the southern part. If it's in y'all states, Florida, you actually have to drive to Tallahassee to the lottery office there if you win anything over $10,000. And I don't care if you live in Miami, way down south. If you win 10,000 or more, or over 10,000, you have to drive to Tallahassee. Do you know how far it is from Miami to Tallahassee? It's like 450 miles, 400 miles at least. It's one heck of a trip. Of course, if you want to go $10,000, I guess you won't mind taking the trip. Well, you've lived up north for quite a while now, Recon, so that have wore off a little bit by now. Of course, I guess it kind of stays with you, you know. It's like if you're English from England, you can move to the United States and you'll always have that English accent, which everybody seems to like for some reason or other. Well, that's a lot closer than 400 or 500 miles. Because if you're in Miami, Florida, and you win, you drive to Tallahassee. You have the Boston accent, so you say car. I'm gonna go out to the car, get my keys. The the car. In Florida, they say car. Or jalopy or something. Actually, around here, it's usually, I'll get me a truck. I'll get me a truck. Four-wheel drive mud truck. That's what they normally have around here. What part of the South were you born in, Minnie? Ah, I see. Well, I mean, I believe you pick up a lot of your accent from your parents, too. Yeah, out in the car. I have lots of relatives in Massachusetts, and believe me, I'm real familiar with their accent. Or using Alabama. I happen to be an Alabama football fan, college. Go Alabama! She's in California. I'm telling her right now. She's in California. I like California. I almost stayed there. When I got out of the Navy, I almost just stayed there. But I decided wasn't no relatives really around, so I wimped out and went back to Florida. But then I wanted to really go to back up north where I was actually born and raised, and most of our relatives were up there, so I ended up moving up there, which is when I met my wife. Ken needs to get out of Chicago. And what I keep hearing from you guys talk about Chicago, better move. Yeah, you talking about the Sooners? Yeah, they're a good team. It's too bad Alabama kicks their butt all the time. Just saying, you know. I live right next to Gainesville, which is the Florida Gators. My wife and I are both Seminole fans, which is Tallahassee. People around here get really aggravated with us because we're not Gator fans. The Gators, Florida Gators. You know, chomp chomp Gators. But we're actually Seminole fans. I'll watch the Gators, but they're down the totem pole from me on my list of favorites. Oh, I like Alabama. Yeah. There you go, Minnie. That's mine. I like the Florida State Seminoles without a doubt. Yeah, one of my wife and my team is the Seminoles. I said it's too bad that Alabama beats Ohio all the time. Just saying. And who won more championships, Alabama or Ohio? Oh, I know, Alabama. Oh, their name? I just always refer to them as Alabama. I remember now. I wasn't thinking about football until we just happened to bring it up. On TV down here, they usually just have Alabama. Alabama State, I guess. I don't know. I know Ohio, it's always listed as the Sooners. Crimson, no, Crimson Tide is Tennessee. No, Albany is New York. Look it up. Look it up. One of y'all should be able to look it up. As soon as you tell me, I'll remember. Although Alabama has other rivals besides Ohio. Um, who's the other team that's always pretty good? God. Although the Crimson Tide hasn't been too bad lately. At one time they were horrible, but they've been doing pretty good for quite a few years now. Um, I can't remember who the other team is I was thinking of now. I heard Tim Tebow is playing football again. He's playing for um, Tampa Bay, I think. No, Jacksonville as a running back. Alabama is Crimson Tide? Okay. All right. Well, you're right. I was thinking Crimson Tide was Tennessee. I don't know why, but I thought it was. Well, the Gators is a team right next to me, 20 miles away. I remember meeting Steve Spurrier when I was a kid when he was a quarterback. Well, I was thinking of Clemson Tigers. That's who I was thinking of when you said Crimson. I kept thinking of Clemson. The and Auburn. Auburn's a damn good team too. Auburn's one of my other favorite teams. Well, not necessarily. There's sometimes it's the Seminoles is a team to beat. The Seminoles and the Gators have both have won a lot of championships, and so is Alabama. Well, the Gators always manage to get some decent players. I think it's a matter of it's like Alabama and probably even Ohio. I mean, you get a school that wins a lot, they get a certain reputation, and that's where the good football players want to go. They want to go where there's a winning team, and so they keep getting all the good players because they've done so well. And of course, I'm sure they have good scouts. I think you're going to see football is going to do a big change this year because now they're allowed to do advertising and make money and do promotions and commercials and all that stuff. These college ball players will be able to make money now. And you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, even $1 million. They can make money like crazy. I mean, it's a good thing in a way because, I mean, if they're serious about their actual education, they'll get their college paid for easy enough and then some. That they could very easily be millionaires before they ever hit the pros, if indeed they go to the pros. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a good thing or not. I guess time will tell. I don't really think it's going to be. Well, I mean, egos get in the way too. I think when you're a college student, you may get an ego, and it may not be a good thing because of the ego problem. But then again, it may work out okay. I mean, how pro players make tons of money doing commercials and advertising and all that stuff. I'm just not too sure the college boys are really prepared to deal with deals like that. Making deals, making money. They could lose their focus from the game to making money, and that may not be a good thing. It could actually ruin some really good players because they're focusing on the wrong objective. That's making money. But then again, I guess it might go the other way. Making money might be the incentive they need to keep playing. Who knows? Did I lose everybody? Is nobody's talking? It says I'm live. All right, y'all are just hiding on me. It says there's 2 people here. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, guys. We had quite a few people come through yesterday, quite a few views, and only 5 thumbs up. And 3 of those thumbs up, I did. You guys might have done 2 of the other ones, I don't know, but it was only showing 5 last I looked. I don't even know at this point even how much that even helps. Like they say it does. I don't know. You're here, Ken? Well, Recon, did you win on that crossword at all yet? Are you still with us, Minnie, or did you desert? She's still there. All right. And it says 2 still. Wow. No wonder I can't get all the views I'm supposed to be getting because YouTube robs me of them. You need to fix that little glitch. That's just wrong. It's not a little glitch when you're talking about your view hours that they require. Now we're back up to 3. Watching wrestling. I'm a little surprised that you watch wrestling. You're 2% of what, Recon? I don't know what you're talking about. So I guess Minnie likes WWF and WWE. Oh, 2% of battery left. Oh, we're fixing to lose you then, ain't we? Plug your phone in quickly. Well, Recon, it's almost time to shut it down anyway. It'll be 7 more minutes, but um, if we lose you, I'll just say goodbye to you now. If we lose you, which you probably will, 2%. Oh, really? Boston Garden Wrestling, huh? My wife and I used to watch a lot of wrestling at one time. It's amazing some of them guys how they really are in real life. Look at George the Animal Steel. He was a school teacher. He acted like a total idiot, a nutcase, for 20 something years in the wrestling world. Yet he still was an English teacher at a high school. Go figure. And most of his students never even knew he was a wrestler. It must have been difficult explaining all the bumps and bruises and cuts that he got from being tossed around the ring and outside the ring and hit over the head with a chair and whatever. Must have been a little bit tough explaining all that. Oh, it's on charge now? Me and a friend of mine went to WrestleMania 4, I think it was, or 3. But we went to the big screen one. Still costs quite a bit of money to get in to see it. Oh, you met Georgie Amos Steele? My best friend Jim's daughter-in-law, her grandfather is Chief Jay Strongbow. Amazing. Guy's totally different out of the wrestling ring. And my wife and I and my daughter Nancy met Dusty Rhodes' son in Gainesville at the movie theater. He had his girlfriend. He was driving his Harley. Dustin Rhodes. We met him right outside the movie theater. He's not as big as he looks on TV, I'll tell you that much. I was ready to go around with him. I figured, I'm a little old for that now, I guess. My daughter went to get his autograph. My wife used to like Tito Santana, if you remember who he was, and Ivan Putski. She got the medium once. We went to a match in Gainesville. It was Tito Santana was there and Jay Strongbow was there. He was champ then. Kevin Sullivan, um, Jimmy Hart, F9. I don't know who F9 is. I don't watch it much anymore. Very rarely do I watch it anymore, but I don't know who that is. I know who a lot of the wrestlers are, but a lot of the new ones I don't know. Well, like John Cena, I know who he is. He's fairly new. I guess he ain't that new, really. Been around for a while now. Vin Diesel, your Hollywood crush, huh? Mine was Elizabeth, but Macho Man wouldn't let her go. Too possessive. I agreed with George Steele. She was too good for him. Yeah. My wife worked as a waitress about 30 years ago, and they were wrestling in Gainesville, and Andre the Giant came in. My wife actually worked at Waffle House as a waitress back then, over 30 years ago. And Andre came in and ordered like a dozen and a half eggs and about 10 orders of hash browns and I don't know how many orders of bacon and sausage and whatever. And a prostitute came in and tried to hit on him. And he brushed her off, told her, get out, leave alone. Of course, there was other wrestlers around here too, but she just remembered Andre the Giant because he's so big. Your dates with him? I remember when Dwayne Johnson just started wrestling. He's come a long way. Made a lot of movies, made a lot of money. My wife did like Goldberg. She liked Goldberg. I like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just because I wanted to see him smack old Vince McMahon around a little bit. Of course, that's all prearranged setup, entertainment. That's all it is. We did go to a wrestling match at Disney World at the Hard Rock Cafe, somewhere right in that area, Hard Rock Cafe. I went there. Guys, quite a long time ago. We did meet Jimmy Hart there and a few other ones, and some of the ones that aren't even around anymore actually there at that time. So that was quite a while ago. Oh yeah, I liked both of them. Yeah, well, Hulk Hogan's from Tampa. I think he still has a house in Tampa, for that matter. I watched wrestling for quite a few years. When I first started watching wrestling, Bruno Sammartino was still wrestling. And Larry Zbyszko was a good guy then, and turned on Zbyszko, then turned on Bruno Sammartino. fact, Larry Zabisco, I saw him at Disney World too. And a few other ones. Oh yeah, Rick Rude. Who else? I already mentioned Kevin Sullivan. Maybe Shawn Michaels, maybe. I did get the autograph from Jimmy Hart. Yep, for sure. I hope ASC didn't get mad at me last night because you want to get up on the mic, and I didn't really want to bring him up on the mic because there's already me and Brad on the mic, and Brad and I were talking over each other as it was, and I was getting ready to shut it down anyway because we went a half hour past the normal time. But he might have got upset with me. I don't know. I hope not. But three on the mic at the same time is just too many, especially with the lag that I get. Yeah, Junkyard Dog was a good guy. I'd still watch some wrestling matches live if I had a chance to. Well, the one I always Cactus Jack. He went by several different names, and that guy he put himself through hell. I mean, he's probably one of the most. Well, he's very much liked by a lot of people, but he took so many chances. He abused himself so much. He's in pretty rough shape now. But he was a very family oriented man too. He really loved his wife and kids, and but it surprises me that he would risk getting hurt so much um, that he could actually get himself killed. Yeah. Well, I thought two is enough normally. I think, and that's you know Brad and I were already talking over each other a little bit as it was, which we normally don't, but my connection made it so we were. And so I was trying to lay back a little, let him talk some, but I still would go over him sometimes and him over me sometimes. But we definitely need three people on. I'm not going to allow three on at one time. And sometimes you get ASC on the mic and you can't get him off the mic. Well, guys, it's been over an hour, so I think we're going to go ahead and shut her down. I don't know how much is on this hotspot on here, but I sure don't want to kill it all in one night. I think it's only 10 gigabytes, and it's probably already used who knows how much. So I better get off here so my wife will have some of the hot spot left over. So you all have a good night. It was great seeing you all. Minnie, glad you was on. My little spy. Minnie's our little spy, guys. You know that now? I got her down as the little spy. Minnie the spy. She's taking over 007's job. Recon, Ken, you guys have a good night too. Stay healthy, stay fit. Minnie, you too. Stay healthy, stay fit. Enjoy your date night. And we'll see you all tomorrow night. As long as it depends on the weather now. Like I said, the next day or two is going to be iffy with this storm coming up through as it gets closer. If it gets a lot of rain, my internet's probably going to go to crap with that satellite. So be forewarned. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Take care. Good night, everyone.